You're right, guys, how are we doing? Clinicality here, back bringing you another FIFA 16 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're reviewing the new in-form Jermaine Defoe, following his man of the match performance after scoring 2 goals in Sunderland's 3-1 win over Aston Villa last weekend. Obviously it was a pretty important game for Sunderland and he played really well. Now, as you can see, this is the team that we used him in, and it was a pretty nice team to use. Obviously, Lukaku is deadly on this game, and him and Defoe were a pretty nice strike partnership. Now, in terms of instructions, I didn't change an awful lot. I just told him to get him behind, as obviously he is a very short player. I think he's only about 5'7", and so you don't really want him to be playing as a target man. So I thought play Lukaku as a target man, and play Defoe as the guy who gets in behind, uses a little bit of pace. And it worked pretty well, to be fair. I did mess around with a few instructions on him. His positioning was a little bit off, so it was kind of tough to get these right, but this was probably the best I could find. Now, as always, we played 6 games. We managed to score 7 goals and get 5 assists, which is really good. Usually when I do striker reviews, they don't pick up an awful lot of assists, but Jermaine Defoe seemed to set up a fair few goals for other people as well as picking up 7 for himself, so really nice. Cost us 39,750 coins. He has dropped a little bit since I bought him. He now goes for around 30,000 coins on each console. And I would say for a player of this caliber in the Premier League, which is a really strong league obviously, that is not bad at all. Now, Defoe's base stats, he has 78 pace, 82 dribbling, 87 shooting, 27 defending, 63 passing and 70 physical. Now, jumping into the in-game stats, he's got 85 attacking positioning, 86 agility, and 91 balance, loads of green stats in there. Onto the skill attributes, obviously, again, he's got some brilliant ones in there. 88 finishing, for example, 84 long shots, and 90 shot power. He also has 84 volleys to go with it. Really good stats there. 5'7", he can play striker, obviously. Medium work rates, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. He's right-footed. And he has the distance shooter and clinical finisher speciality and the long shot taker trait. Now, as we get into the clips, I want to talk first about the most disappointing aspect of this guy's card for me. I really expected a lot more out of it, and it is his positioning. The things I love about Jermaine Defoe in real life is his positioning and his ability to take shots early, and it works so well for him. He's always in the right place at the right time, a real goal poacher. And yet his positioning on the game doesn't feel anything like that. I would say 50% of the time, you get into a good position, you look for Defoe and he's just not there. He's either too far out wide or he's just completely missing. You can't find him at all on the pitch and it feels like you have to force the ball to him. When he does get into the positions that you want him in, he does put the ball in the back of the net though. His finishing is insane. 88 finishing, you really feel it in game. He puts, I'd say, 95% of his chances away. So good. And on top of that, he has incredible long shots, loads of power behind every shot, as well as the ability to finesse the ball into the bottom corner. So overall, his shooting is off the charts, really nice. The other thing I really like about this card is his passing. It's only 60 odd on his card, but it feels so much better in game. Short passing and long passing, absolutely perfectly weighted passes, and it just felt so good to use. Obviously you expect his short passing to be decent, but his long passing was just insane as well. He has 4-star weak foot, which again for shooting and passing is really nice, being able to do it on his left and his right foot. It's always a nice thing to have on any card. Another key thing on especially a small striker is the ability to dribble. Defoe's dribbling is really quite good. Now when he's on the ball, he's really agile, turns really fast as well, and his acceleration is so good, he can just burst away and get a bit of space. Sprint speed is not the best though. Once he gets up to that top speed, he does get caught up by defenders quite a lot. And he is really weak, so if anyone does get shoulder to shoulder with him, which as I say they do a lot of the time, he gets pushed off the ball really easily, and it can be a bit frustrating to use at times. Now, over the 6 games he picked up an average match rating of 8.6, which is not too bad at all, really solid rating. Now for his pros, I've got his finishing, as I said, absolutely exceptional. Passing, really shockingly good, so much better in game than it says on his card. His acceleration gives him that little burst of speed to get away from players, and obviously that ties in well with his agility, which is also on there, and his 4-star weak foot, always a plus. Now in terms of cons, he is very weak on the ball, his positioning is very inconsistent, he doesn't have a particularly good top speed and so gets caught very easily on the ball, and he only has 3-star skill moves, which wasn't an issue for me but maybe for people who like to skill. Overall, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. The reason being, I think he is absolutely class when he is in the positions, but he's not in the positions enough. His positioning really did let him down a lot, and there is no doubt about Defoe's technical abilities when he is on the ball. However, he's just not there often enough, and so I think a 7 out of 10 is probably about right. As always though, if you guys decide to go and pick this guy up, let me know down in the comments how he played for you. Other than that though, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, it helps me out so much. Subscribe as I have regular FIFA content every single week. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.